So how do you reach bloggers online? And then what do you do with them once you reach them, right? Here are some simple techniques by which you can reach them. Start out with Technorati. Technorati is a blog search engine. It's probably better than Google. And they also do one thing that Google doesn't do, which is to actually list blogs based on the keywords you type in, which is different from finding content inside blogs for that keyword. So if I were to type travel, the word travel could appear in any blog, even if it is a science blog. But what I'm looking for is not blog posts with the word keyword travel in it, but people who deal with travel all the time. All right. So, and that requires obviously classifying them, and Technorati does that job. So I find that quite useful. What you can also do is Google Blog Search. I think they've introduced finding blogs as well, but they don't do it as well as Technorati because they're quite dedicated and have all these top 100 lists and stuff like that. So check it out. And so they rank blogs, so that's what Technorati does. But Google Blog Search also can find stuff that Technorati cannot find because Google is much faster at indexing stuff. Blog roles. So once you found a single blog which is good in a particular niche, what you can then do is look at the sidebar, either on the left or on the right, depends on the blog. Typically, they'll have a blog role, all right, which is links to other blogs that they like in the same industry. So if I'm a public relations blog, and I would definitely link to other public relations writers or bloggers who I like, and they link back to me. This is how you kind of build a network, and it's a tradition. It's almost everybody that I know follows this. Right, every blog out there seems to have a blog role. So this is one way of finding it, and then find quality content. And they typically don't list blogs which do not belong to the same grade and quality as they think they are. Right, it's a great way to kind of go through and spider through that network. It's also great fun. Altop is another website which, based on different niches, they list and make a big list of all the blogs in the niche. They actually publish the news from all of them and aggregate all of that into one page. Instead of going to each blog, you can read all of them on a single page. That's the idea. And some of the niches they may not even cover right now, but most of the major niches, like for example public relations, they cover. So you go to altop.com, check it out. If it is there, good. Otherwise, you can go back to the other techniques. Now, TopTap is it actually doesn't belong here, but I find that it's very difficult to go reach out to bloggers because you're writing the same email over and over again, even though you're personalizing bits of it, right? So how do you reach out to bloggers? The technique of reaching out, and how do you know if somebody opened it, how many clicked through, and stuff like that. That's interesting to me. And it's a painful, time-consuming process to actually look for about 100 blogs, let's say. I try to do it in bulk. So what I do is I try and find 100 blogs on Technorati. I go to each one of them and open all of them in different windows and look at the email address that's been published. Now open my Gmail. This is how I used to do it. Open my Gmail, copy paste the standard email that I sent to each one of them, and then customize it. Saying, hey, I like this blog post, or I'm a regular reader of your blog, TechCrunch or whatever, and I thought I would, and then I go about selling my product to them because I want reviews from them. So this is how I typically would do it, but it was time consuming, right? So, and there were no analytics back to me. So what I found was the Stout app is something that actually makes it very easy to send. So you write it once, and then there is a small plugin you download and then install on your browser. If you go to their website and subscribe to it, you will find it easily. And when you're on a particular page, it actually detects an email address on that page and allows you to send an email automatically to them. And preloads your template, so you don't have to copy. It saves quite a lot of time actually. And they also give you analytics as to who opened the email, who clicked through, which is two different things: opening the email and then clicking on a link in that email if there is any. Right. So there's very useful statistics, and also the names of those people. So then you can maybe follow up with them. Maybe they were interested a little bit, but something made them pull back a little bit. So you can kind of follow up, check your rates at which they're being opened. So send different subject lines. You can do A/B tests and stuff like that. Very useful tool, ToutApp, and saves a lot of time. Google Alerts. Why is Google Alerts here? The reason Google Alerts here is this is a nice way of keeping track of who's blogging about an industry or a topic on a daily basis. And so what you do is you subscribe to the Google blog alerts, not everything, because you're looking for bloggers. And on an ongoing basis, every new blogger who writes about your topic that you're interested in, which is relevant to you, and therefore the blogger therefore would be interested in you, is something you can kind of chase, right? So if suppose I'm looking for telecommunications and I type in a few keywords which only a telecommunications blogger would blog about, and then every time there is an alert that comes back, I would kind of run through it, and if it's relevant to me, I go reach out to that blogger using ToutApp now. So I combine both of them and then kind of mix and match stuff. That's why Google Alerts is a way to constantly, it has a constant stream of bloggers that keep coming in, and you will always be up to date. So it's a great way to do this.